Yo, what's up? We're late because Seth's a faggot. So, apparently, he needs more fucking confirmation than, hey, I'm into it Monday, and then not fucking showing up. So, that's like twice now he's done that. So, that'll be the last time. Yeah. Can you guys hear Mark?
Test 1 2. Testes 1 2 3.
Yeah, I don't know how much more fucking irritated I could be right now. Ain't nothing worse than an unreliable motherfucker.
Right?
It wasn't even my idea. It was his idea to come on the show. He messaged me to
Probably
come
had a
on.
photo shoot for GQ or something.
Yeah, he's got a photo shit for these fucking nuts in his mouth. For whatever fucking reason, I cannot get you on. This shit is so fucking frustrating, man. Yeah, we're live, but the fucking it will, for whatever reason, will not fucking show you in the broadcast. It's fucking. Are you on, Mark? Are you on? Are you on? Are you sure you're on? Really, dude? Are you on the podcast right now? I wouldn't fucking know. It's not like I'm sitting here or anything. Yeah, I don't know. Cool. Yeah, that just fucking. This whole fucking deal's fucking just not gonna go well tonight. I can already tell. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is a total fucking shit show. We're here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know. I'm not even in the fucking mood to do this. That fucking shit pisses me the fuck off, dude. There's one thing to have to deal with technical issues, but I mean, you fucking be like, hey man, I want to come on the podcast, and then not fucking show up, and then act like, like, oh, well, you should have confirmed with me. Oh, you mean this message right here where it says, I will come on Monday night with you.
Beth Sires. That's why. Beth Sires. Fucking
It's
boss
Monday.
name.
Monday is cool with me. Monday's cool with me. Yeah, I'm into it. And we sit here for 15 fucking minutes while he's online trying to call him. So, thanks a fucking whole fucking lot. So, yeah, I don't even know. What do you want to talk about, Mark? Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. How was your weekend? Do anything eventful?
Yep,
That
same as always.
Rob
nothing.
Zombie video. My buddy went to that Rob Zombie show and said it sucked too.
Nah, it was not good.
Pretty disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no more Squeegee Life t-shirts or decals. That's all on hold. So those guys at Into the Flow are gonna have to be really mad at me because they gave away a prize of a Squeegee Life shirt, and now that guy ain't getting it.
We don't have nothing laying around we can send them.
Nah, I don't have anything. Everything's gone. Yep, everything's gone. Yeah, this whole fucking shit is a fucking travesty, man. Man, dude. Yeah, it won't let me add you. That's because we're screen capturing and not fucking doing actual cameras. Because for whatever reason now, Ecamm will not fucking work with Skype anymore. So now, yeah, it's just a total fucking shit show. So, you know, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do, dude? What can you do? What's up, Kirsch? Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm not exactly sure, but for whatever reason, it will not allow you on the podcast that way. For whatever reason, I'm not sure what it is, but it just will not fucking, it just refuses to work now. So that's fucking awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, man, I'm not real sure, man.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I see what it's doing.
Yeah, it just will not work. It shows that you're on there, but just won't allow it. I'll show up in Ecamm as live. To add Skype guests to your live broadcast, turn on NDI in Skype's advanced call settings. Then make a Skype call. Skype callers will automatically show up in the Ecamm live source areas. Yeah, well, it ain't. So there's that. There's that. Yeah.
I've never seen a solar panel that's flexible like that. He has it's all raised up and everything. I've never seen. I guess it's some kind of soft solar panel that
forms. Yeah, this is just terrible, man. This is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Just terrible. Maybe we'll try next time to do a better job. I love how we got fucking 11 people watching and 2 people fucking like the video and 1 gives it a thumb down. 11 people watching. There ain't a single dude that turns into the show every fucking week and can't click fucking like.
Yeah. Well, we haven't even done anything and they already dislike it. That shows they're a fucking asshole troll. Just someone that wants to fucking stir the shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm at my wit's end with all this shit. I have a great idea for. That's great, Richie. Man, Richie's here with his undying humor as usual. He's got a good idea for a window cleaning company name. Hey, your window cleaning company name. Woo! Super funny guy.
About Sky's the limit window cleaning. Yeah, that's original Acme. Dude, if I had Acme window cleaning, my shit would have the Roadrunner, the Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner in the logo. Because everything
If I had that, I would shoot myself in the fucking face. If my window cleaning company was named Acme, I'd kill myself now. I'd kill myself now. Yeah, dude, it will not fucking, for whatever reason, it will fucking not switch to the cam. I don't know. I should have never fucking updated it. That's where I fucked up. As soon as you update, shit goes fucking wrong every time.
Yeah.
The shit never fucking works.
Dude, it's just like a cell phone.
Yep. As soon as you fucking change something, it fucks everything all the time, dude. All the fucking time, dude. Never fucking fails, dude. Yeah, just a fucking total fucking shit show, dude.
Man, we never used to have a problem.
Never had any problems.
Alright.
I'm getting ready to just go back to fucking recording them. And just stop fucking doing them live. That's how fucking irritating this fucking shit is for me anymore. And then
Then you gotta edit though, right? You have to download it and all that other bullshit.
I just upload it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking irritating to have to deal with technical fucking issues, and on top of technical issues, you got to deal with dudes that are like, won't show up, flaky fucking people. Flaky people fucking irritate the fucking shit out of me, man.
Yep.
It just fucking
Dude, South
irritating
Florida is
as
known
fuck.
for contractors that don't show up. Mm-hmm. You know how many times, well, not a shit ton of times, but many times I will say this, like a potential customer would call, usually a building, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to come over and do a roof survey. I'll be there at 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. No problem. 1:45, I'm knocking on the door. I go in there. They're like, holy shit. I'm like, what? And they're like, well, you showed up when you said you would. You're actually a little bit early. That's what time I told you I was coming. You know? That's 50% of it right there. Do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I might not get everything done that I want to get done in a certain amount of time, but I damn sure do what I say I'm going to do.
You're right.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear that one?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. This is going to be a bad podcast, guys. What's up, everybody? Everybody that's saying hi. Yeah, this is just going to be bad, man. This is going to be a bad one. This did not start off well. Fucking at all, dude. Not at all. Not at all. Dude, I can't tell you how fucking irritating this is, man.
Yeah. Well, spend all this fucking money. We got, people signing up to see it and spending their hard-earned $1 a month, and look at this.
Look at this shit. Yeah.
Just look at it.
Just look at it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Your hard-earned dollars at work here. See, that's what you get when you put Mark on. You get nothing. You get the Skype exist. The Skype guest does not exist is what you get. As soon as I go to add it to where it's not lagging and the speech when we speak, our fucking audio matches our lips moving, it fucking takes a shit every time. So that's great.
I wonder what's up with that. Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I don't know, and I don't fucking care anymore. That's where I'm at with everything right now, dude. So, don't include that. Yeah, I just, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, I've tried everything, man. I've tried absolutely fucking everything to get this to work properly. It just won't. It will not. It refuses to work right. So, yeah, this is just gonna be fucking bad, bro. This is gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad, bro. Yeah, I've tried, man. I've done everything I can do.
Let me ask you a question, T.
What?
Do you love technology?
I used to be a big fan of it, but not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool for this shit, but
Why do you love me? Why do you need me? Always and forever. We met in a chat room. Our love can fully bloom. Sure, the World Wide Web is great, but you make me salivate. Yes, I love technology, but not as much as you see. But I still
this is
love
totally off the
technology.
fucking rails, man. Completely off the rails, dude. Totally off the rails from jump. we were sabotaged before we even got fucking started. We sat here for 15.
Sabotage.
We sat here for 15 fucking minutes, fucking calling a dude repeatedly over and over and over again. God damn, that's fucking irritating, man. Fucking, I'm not punching the screen. I'm smoking a joint. Fuck it. I mean a cigarette.
Yeah.
I'm smoking a cigarette is what I'm gonna do. I just fucking, I'm like, like when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm usually pretty good about doing it. You know, you know what I'm saying? I'm usually like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then I do it, and then
You know what though? I'm a procrastinator. Like every year, my New Year's resolution is to fucking finish a couple projects.
it's called a resolution, but
yeah,
whatever.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever's whatever. Yeah,
There's 17 of you fucking dirty, rotten cocksuckers watching this fucking shit. Give it a thumbs up. Anyways, go ahead,
Yeah.
Mark, you fag.
No, I'm just saying I'm a procrastinator when it comes to certain things, but it's not always that I don't want to do it. I just didn't get the time to get it done, so it gets moved on until I got
Agreed.
so much shit to do. But if I say I'm going to be somewhere or do something like this, I'm always here, I mean, that's pretty shitty.
You're just jealous that I have online all day chatting with babes and
Yeah.
on technology. You're just
chatting
jealous.
with babes online all day.
Yeah,
Your mom
dude,
goes to college.
there's 20 of you Peter Sniffers watching this. I'd
Yep.
just like to thank all of our patrons out there. You guys that signed up and fucking, give us $1 like Henry and fucking Maker Products and fucking Jason Lehman and Seth Byers, even though he can't even though Seth Byers cannot find it within himself to be reliable to come on the podcast ever, he's a patron too. But yeah, we just want to thank all you guys out there for being patrons, man. Mike the Glass Guy, it makes the show possible. Since it's really difficult for guys to thumbs up the videos, we really appreciate it. Don't we, Mark? We were gonna fucking...
Well, I don't know, dude. Before we started getting any kind of money, the shit was working. Now, we put some money in it, try to get it right, and thing don't work right.
Now, if it figures, it's just as soon as I start throwing fucking money at it, it don't want to work.
Right?
Fucking stupid. Yeah. Like, well, I got this extra cash now. I mean, now the show's paying for itself, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put more of my money into it to make it even better. And now it's nothing but a fucking shit show.
Yeah. Well, like we were gonna updates and all that other shit just fucks things up.
Yeah.
Just leave it the way it is.
Well, this is the problem. I updated the fucking thing. It was fucking working fine, and then all of a sudden, it just dropped you. I don't know why it dropped you. So, if you're not going to add anything relevant to the conversation, don't start fucking chatting, saying stupid shit in the fucking chat box. All right?
Maybe we need to find another source other than Skype. Something more, something better. I don't know what's out there,
Google Hangouts. No, that's not going to work. That's for gays. I don't know.
Maybe
we'll
Seth
figure it out.
Showed up. That's probably why. Seth probably would have been here if there was a promise of dick towards the middle of the podcast.
The Clodcast.
I'm gonna have to. He's getting some fucking head swaps. That's it.
Yeah, I just. Yeah, man. I don't know. There's like some kind of malfunction between what do you want to call it? Skype and the stuff here. Skype and the podcast are just, they don't want to fucking like work together. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get them to work now. I don't know where the advanced settings are in Skype. There are no fucking advanced settings. You know what I mean? It's just like, go to advanced settings and you can go in there and fix it because it's advanced and it's settings. We got the advanced settings there. Advanced settings, so we got them. Got that. We got the advanced settings on here. There's a click on the advanced settings.
This thing is like broken or something.
Yeah, fuck, man. You know? I don't know, dude. I don't know. The Rob Zombie fucking movie, fucking whatever the fuck that's called, 3 from Hell, that fucking shit fucking sucked. The fattest dick. Like a big, black, long hog with veins all through it and shit. Looked like a fucking...
With a purple helmet.
Yeah, it looked like a
helmet.
fucking... Yeah, what a fucking king-size Snickers bar is out. That's just a huge... It sucked, man. It sucked so fucking bad, dude.
Wow.
Sucks so bad. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if you like giving blowjobs, that's cool. Whatever, bro. You know?
Yeah. Like radiator hose.
Yeah. It was like, this is a window cleaning podcast. What the hell, man?
We're not talking about windows anymore.
So somebody in the oh yeah, dude, Tirade Tuesday is gonna be off the chain because I'm fucking gonna go balls deep on Seth Byers and Perry Tate and how they both like to fuck each other in the ass.
There's no way an outside source could fuck with this, right? Like that can't happen.
What are you talking about?
There's like no way some outside influence can fuck with the feed or anything.
I don't know what you mean.
Like nobody can interfere with our podcast from an
What do you
outside
mean?
source,
Sabotage
right?
it like as we're
Yeah,
doing it?
sabotage.
No, the only thing that Lee Burbridge and Perry Tate can sabotage is each other's fucking condoms. That's it. That's it. You know, we were gonna show that fucking Reach It technique video. Oh, I know, Fernando. Listen, man, there's some really bad play calling going on, man, and I feel like our coach is not a bad coach. He's a little inexperienced. It's showing. And he calls plays emotionally. Like, he knows his guys can do some of the shit that he's doing, but it's just the situational shit. It's just like, it's 4th and 9 on the 50. You're trying to draw them off sides, and then you're like, fuck it. Snap the football, and then you run a fucking draw. A fucking draw. Okay? That right there, if that play hadn't happened right there, or if right before that he would have thrown the challenge flag for that pass interference out of bounds, those fouls would have offset, and it would have been 2nd down, not 3rd down and 9. You know what I mean? So we had an extra fucking snap there. But that's besides the fucking point. If they wouldn't have done that right there, the Rams most likely would not have scored because they were not scoring on our defense with the entire secondary out. Our whole starting secondary, no bullshit. Every motherfucker that don't play was out there. They was out. They wasn't even on the field. They was done. They was all on the sidelines in sweatpants. So there was the dude that got the interception and a couple of pass breakups. That motherfucker wasn't even in Cleveland 2 weeks ago. Or 2 days ago, actually. Yeah, give me a break on that fucking Lions shit. But, you know, it's all strength of schedule, man. And, I think we did pretty good, considering they were the NFC fucking champions last year, the Rams. So, you know, they're a pretty good fucking football team. That's a high-powered offense, and our defense fucking did pretty good with a bunch of fucking backups in the secondary. Looked that shit up. TJ Ward was out, or not TJ Ward, what the fuck's his fucking name? I can't fucking remember, but all of our starting fucking, you know, Greedy Williams, all of them. Everybody's out. Greedy was out, Ward was out. Both our fucking safeties were out. They signed some dude 2 days before the game to play fucking strong safety. I think we did pretty good. We held them fucking to, you know, a pretty decent game. And if we hadn't without that coaching error, I don't think they would have scored again on us, to be quite honest with you, because the defensive line was getting up in that booty crack, son. And then we catch a break, and we get the ball down the field. We get inside the 5-yard line and throw the ball 4 fucking times in the fucking 4 times. You got Nick Chubb, that's like averaging 4 yards a fucking carry at your disposal, and you fucking throw the football 4 times. 4 times. Listen, man, I could do a better job than that. And all I've ever done my whole life is play Madden. And played some organized football in high school and shit. That, what do you, fucking terrible, man. But, it's still, we're only 3 games in. It's, it's how many games do we play? 16 games. So, we'll see what happens. Like Mark right now, I feel for Mark. The Dolphins fucking blow lots of goats. Dude, I watched that's it unfortunate. Like, I mean,
and I was like, it's over.
Being a Browns fan, I've been a Browns fan my whole life, and they've always sucked. They were good for a little while when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Back in the 80s, they were really good. Back with Bernie and the boys, you know what I mean? They was pretty badass back then. It's a storied franchise. Nobody gives us any credit for the Otto Graham era, and everyone wants to talk about Jim Brown being the greatest running back ever, but they will not give Cleveland the nod on all those championships we used to win. Nobody could beat Cleveland back in the day. The Steelers were our bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. They want to call it modern era. So the Browns have never been good, but they want to talk about the Jim Brown, who played it during that era, as being like the fucking best fucking running back ever. So that's cool, but just not the championships. But that's neither here nor there. But I feel like eventually they'll come around. I didn't have any delusions of grandeur. I didn't think they were going to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm not a fucking idiot. But I think they're going to do a lot better than they have. You know what I mean? That's just me, though.
You think they'll win more than they lose?
It's the 90s, Bill. Dan Marino didn't retire until like the mid to late 90s, man.
Yeah, but his last few years weren't all that stellar.
That's because he didn't have a stellar team. The fucking team sucked. I like how we started out with 20 watchers and now we're down to 12.
Yes,
we're down to 12. Well, people, I'm catering to my fucking audience here. That's what the guys ask for. These fucking homos that jump on for 10 minutes want me to talk about what kind of rubber should I use to do the outside of the space shuttle. Get the fuck out of here, man. If you're looking for the How Do You Clean Windows podcast, this ain't it. Yeah, Brian Sipe was definitely just as good as Bernie Kosar. They're the cardiac kids, man. Listen, man, I know you're trying to be fucking wise, but you're not. But anyways, yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if the guys that are watching, if that's what they want to talk about, that's what I'm going to talk about. That's just what I'm going to do. If you don't like it, Mark, grow a fucking cock and a set of balls. Or what you can do is have your wife come in here and she could plop her balls on the table and she can tell us about football. She could talk to us about football. Because I know, she's got more balls than you because she fucking knows more about football than you do.
No, you know what?
Yeah,
New England Patriots. Yeah. That's all we hear.
Yeah. One of probably the best fucking team of football right now. What does Mark know about football?
Full of fucking criminals, Nothing. But they're a good team. I don't know much about football, but I know this.
I don't know much about the football balls, but the criminals. Come on. No, they're not, dude. Why do you say that? Because he deflated the ball? Come on, man.
Aaron Hernandez was a thug. He couldn't accept the fact that he liked dick, okay? And he fucking killed a couple people, went to jail, then killed himself.
Dude,
this other clown that was caught texting, he's off the team. They were cheating a few years ago, stealing playbooks.
They weren't stealing playbooks, dude. They were they were looking at fucking recorded practices.
Look, the bottom line is this, dude. There
what
isn't
is the
a
bottom
team.
Line?
There is not a team out there now that can move that football down the field in 4 plays like the fucking Patriots. They will wipe the fucking ass of everybody they play. You're not going to beat them because all these other teams suck.
That is the bottom line. So what's this shit got to do with anything?
What's what?
You listen, man. You can't listen. You can't. I got news for you. The NFL is fucking fixed.
Thank you.
It is, dude. It's fucking fixed like a motherfucker. Just look at the Tuck rule. The Tuck rule. When they fucking handed the Patriots that fucking Super Bowl again. You know what I mean? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. For real, bro. Just think about it. Think about it. I mean, you're a Patriots guy, right? I mean, at least your wife is. We know she's got a pair.
I like whoever's playing the Patriots.
Oh, that's fucked up, man. That's not nice. But all of those fucking, I mean, all of that fucking bullshit aside, Tom Brady's probably the fucking best goddamn quarterback to ever do it. And that's coming from a diehard Browns fan. Fuck the Patriots. I hope we whoop their ass. But
you know
he's
the
best,
you know what
man.
The best time in the Patriots game is? The best Patriots games are the last 3 minutes if they're losing. You will not see another team that can do what they do.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, you're watching it. They're losing like 27-40, and then all of a sudden, you go outside, you come back, and they fucking won. Yeah. You know, it's just amazing. You know, no, you can't knock the success. It's a great fucking team.
Yeah, I'm just,
you know?
I'm not a like a big NFL conspiracy guy, but there's some shit like hey man, I was watching the fucking Browns Bottlegate game. We was watching that shit on television. These motherfuckers, listen, we was about to stay in the hunt for the playoffs with Tim Couch back there. Sorry ass motherfucker Tim Couch, shitty ass offensive line. We was about we had the Jaguars licked. Got us a fucking first down. We ran 2 plays. These motherfuckers threw it like they took the first down away from us after we ran a play, dude. Tell me, listen, if you guys, I want you to watch. If you're an NFL fan and you live or root for a team, watch the teams with small markets. If you have it like the Browns, it's a small market. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Saints, that's a small market. Look what happened to the Saints last year. They fucking made a whole new rule. Like you could replay pass interference calls or missed pass interference calls. Now, just because the Saints got fucked so hard. So, just think about that. The small market teams always get fucked. Watch it. Just watch football. It's absolutely fucking insane. It's insane,
well,
dude.
It comes back to money. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes back to money. The bigger market teams are playing in the fucking Super Bowl. That means that more people are going to watch, which means more fucking advertising dollars. La da 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 da. Period, point blank, end of discussion.
Yeah, but money revolves in every sport, you know?
I'm not saying that it doesn't, but unnecessary flags and fucking the refs fucking changing the outcome of a football game is fucking bullshit, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's bullshit, dude.
Well,
like my man Miles Garrett.
Yeah,
my man Miles Garrett is a fucking freak of nature defensive end. That motherfucker gets held on every play. Every left tackle and right tackle in the game has got that motherfucker's jersey almost took off. Watch the film. They about undress my man every fucking time, bro. They called a roughing the passer on the Chiefs for touching TV. Yeah, dude. Dude, listen, bro. I saw that too, man. I saw that one where he kind of like went like this a little bit on his head. They threw it roughing the passer. It's like, come on, dude. It's fucking football. Shit's fucking rigged, man. It's fucking rigged. If you see the Browns, if you see the Browns or the Chiefs or the Packers or somebody like that, fucking the Vikings, anyone like that in the Super Bowl, and they're fucking kicking ass, the fix is in. The fix is in. The fix is in.
Dude, let me ask you a question. What is the Browns? Like, where did they get that name? The Browns. They have brown uniform. Where did the brown thing come from?
Yeah, you don't know nothing
It's
about
a legitimate
football.
question.
You don't know nothing about football, do you?
I don't know nothing about the Cleveland Browns.
Well, you should, because Paul Brown is the
Why?
father of football, man.
Yeah.
Paul Brown. They called them the Cleveland Browns because of Paul Brown.
Paul Brown what?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, if you already have the answers to the questions that you're asking, why are
I don't
you
have
asking
the
questions?
answer. I'm asking the question. I don't never heard of Paul Brown, so I'm asking
like
you a
you-
question
man,
and
that just-
expecting an answer.
I don't know how else to explain it to you. Paul Brown is Paul Brown, man.
Well, that's what you say.
He's like
The
he's like
inventor of the team, the first
yeah,
owner of the
he's-
team was Paul
he's
Brown, so they named it after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Okay.
What else you
what if it was his last name was Cocksucker? Then it'd be the Cleveland Cocksuckers.
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Just saying, because there's no such thing as a Brown.
Yeah, there is. Jim Brown is a
Paul-
thing.
Yeah.
Jim Brown's a thing. Paul Brown's a thing. It's my cousins.
Most
Mike-
teams aren't
my cousin-
named after a person. Most teams
Well,
are named after something in the area. Like
they're-
Miami Dolphins. We have fucking Dolphins.
Yeah, but
here.
they're named
New
after-
England Patriots.
There's no Patriots up there.
Yeah, sure there is.
There's
Patriots
no
are a physical thing.
there's no Bengals in Cincinnati. There's no Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Yeah, there is. We have
No,
Jaguars
they're not.
all
They're
over the
fucking
state.
extinct. They're extinct.
Not extinct.
Yeah, they are, bro.
Okay.
They are, bro.
We got him running loose here.
Yeah, man. So, any more brain busters, Mark?
No, that's all I got about football today.
That's all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got on football. The Dolphins suck. They're not worth watching. Your team, no matter what,
They're
has already
still-
lost 3 games. They
Yeah.
suck.
Yep.
Okay.
2
And
games.
it's going to be boring. It's going to be a boring fucking thing. And I just hope the Patriots lose a game because I never want them to see a fucking perfect season.
We only lost 2 games so far.
Oh, you've only played 2 so far?
We played 3 games. We've only lost 2.
Oh, you won 1.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a great podcast. Somebody asked on the Squeegee Life podcast page, they want to hear your opinion on W9s. I don't know what that means, but
Well, I don't know the law. I don't know if the law is the same in every state, but
Yeah.
I know this. If you bring somebody on, you have to classify him as an employee, which you have to
pay
match
workman's
certain
comp
taxes.
and got to pay
Yes,
workman's
and-
compensation and all that good shit.
Yeah, and if you W-9 them, then they're a private subcontractor. But you have to be careful with it because if somebody's a private subcontractor, legitimately they should have an occupational license, and they have to make money from other sources. So, which means they've got to work for other people or have a business on the side, doing the same thing. And then they're responsible for their taxes. You don't supply them equipment. You don't supply them a vehicle. You don't even really supply them.
There's some states that won't even, like mine, you can't get away with that. 1099 and
Really?
dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really cracking down on 1099s in Ohio.
Well, they are everywhere because the government misses out on money because you're not there matching Social Security and everything
Right.
else.
Right.
But like, David Casnocha worked for me doing what we called piecework. So,
Yeah.
after $600 then of money, you have to make a decision. Dave Casnocha wasn't on my payroll, so he got a 1099 for whatever money he made, and it was up to him to pay his taxes.
This is my this is my suggestion. If you start a fucking business, don't do business as, start an LLC or whatever the fuck, An S corp, whatever the fuck you want to do, a corporation, don't do business as your, fucking T Squeegee doing business as Clearview's North. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. You don't want none of that liability on you. You want it on you. You don't want that fucking shit show on your name.
You want the company to be its own entity,
so it can build its own credit too, right, Mark?
Yes, it will over time. It can actually get like a credit score if you buy equipment, or even go to, WCR and say, hey, can we have terms, and do 30-day terms, and if they report it to a credit, if they report the credit, then you can build some company credit. You can buy trucks and pay them off. But what happens is, when the corporation is its own entity, then you have to have legitimate automobile insurance in the company's name. It's more, it's expensive to, if you're 100% legit, dude, it's very hard in window cleaning to make a living, and I'm sure there are guys that fly under the radar. I'm sure there are guys that play the game. I'm sure there are guys that get popped, but I mean, when you get hit, it sucks, right. So you got to be careful, because the government doesn't look at it as, you can't tell them I didn't know. I didn't know doesn't work. Now you're gonna fucking pay.
Right.
But again, if you,
so let's say I want to switch from fucking, because you get long-winded and start telling stupid fucking stories that everybody's heard 1,000 times.
Just a fucking dick. You're a big.
Well,
right now you're a big green dick. That's what you are. You look like a big green dick. Let's
say that you're doing business as, and you're fucking already, you're like, man, I've been doing this for a year already, Mark, and now I fucking gotta switch to this other shit so I can be legitimate. What about my loan on my truck and my loan on my water-fed pole machine? Now what do? I can't write none of that stuff off anymore.
That's correct. Well, you're not going to refinance your truck just to get it in the company's name, because that costs you money. That's just what you do is you'll pay off your truck, you pay off your equipment if you leased it or whatever, and then you can always, move the next purchases or the next equipment to the corporation or the LLC, however you have it set up. But, I mean, I know for a fact, it's like, you start to build a company up, you start doing well, and then you start to realize, like you said, theoretically, let's say you did it for a year or two and said, it's time to be legit, now I can afford it. It costs a lot of fucking money, and they take a lot of fucking money, and it's like here in Florida, I don't know the tax code for sales tax in Ohio, but in Florida it's fucked up because it's residential window cleaning is not taxable. Commercial window cleaning is. Pressure cleaning of any nature is not taxable.
Well, see,
so you gotta
and I see that in here, from what my accountant tells me in Ohio, I don't have to pay a sales tax on any, because I'm providing a service. I'm not selling anything. So it's all fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
And then you talk to someone else and they'll tell you something different.
Well, look, I know this. When I started my company 20 years ago, I went to the current accountant I have, and I said, just so you know, window cleaning commercially is taxable, and that's what I plan to do. And he's like, why would it be taxable? I said, it's a tax on cleaning services. Janitorial services is taxable. Again, residential is not, and pressure cleaning is not.
Yeah,
which doesn't
how
make
isn't
sense, because pressure cleaning has the name cleaning in it.
Yeah, but how is residential window cleaning not taxable?
I don't know. In our state, they just figure if someone's having their house cleaned for residential windows, it's not taxable. I don't have the answer. I just know. So my accountant called the Department of Revenue in Florida and said, okay, I'm setting a corporation for a window cleaning company, and he's doing commercial. He claims that commercial window cleaning is taxable. Yeah, it is. You can go on the FDOR site and look what's taxable and what's not. And I agree, dude. I wish they would do away with it, because it sucks. Because you know what that means for me? Basically, 7% of all the money in my bank don't belong to me. It doesn't. It's not my money.
Right.
And here in Florida, I'll tell you how fucked up it is. They base the sales tax not on what you put in the bank. They base it on your invoices. So like when I generate an invoice to Squeegee for commercial window cleaning, and it's $100, right? So it's $107. Okay, that $7 immediately put into the queue to be paid at the end of the month. Now, let's just say Squeegee says, I ain't fucking paying this guy, but I paid the $7. You understand? Then you got to go back to them and tell them, explain to them why, fill out a form, I didn't get paid, and then they never give you your $7 back. They give you credit. You understand? It's a fucking nightmare. Like, here's a for instance.
Why do you bother even? Why do you bother even fucking trying to collect the $7 if you know you ain't getting it back? It's $7.
No, what I'm saying is when I create an invoice, right? I create an invoice for you. It automatically puts the $7 on there. It automatically adds it to be paid. The government says we don't care if you collected it or not. You invoice $100. You owe us $7 of that $100. You owe $107. They don't base it on what you put in the bank. They base it on green dick.
Keep going. Tell us more about. Tell us more, Mark. Tell us more.
I'm telling
You're making faces at me.
Here's a for instance. I had a restaurant, right? Paid $250 a month, right? They ran $1,000 tab, and then they filed bankruptcy. Okay, so on that $1,000, I paid $70 in taxes. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have 10 of them like that,
just don't fucking turn that fucking shit into the government.
Yeah, you do. So you pay $70.
Why though?
You have.
Why would you?
Because when.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, and maybe I'm a fucking idiot, but if you invoiced it out and you didn't get paid, why would you turn that invoice into the government like you got paid?
Because when your software like QuickBooks creates the invoice and you print the invoice, once it's created and in the system as a receivable, the tax is due. You understand? So
there's no way to. So no matter what, if you print an invoice, no matter what, you have to pay taxes on it. Like, oops, I fucking hit that.
Yes.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Now. Let me.
This guy, Jason Catledge, wants to know about soft washing in Florida. What about soft washing?
Everybody here is doing it. Soft washing is huge here because
he wants to know if it's taxable. Jason don't know if
it's
clean
not.
windows
it's not
or
taxable.
Pressure wash. So he gonna do something one of
these
days.
Because pressure washing is not taxable and it comes under the same classification as pressure washing. So soft washing, commercial or residential, is not taxable.
Yeah, Mark's my bitch right now.
I'm nobody's bitch. I can tell you this.
Mark is my bitch.
I would, I'm nobody's bitch. I can tell you this.
Woo! What are you gonna do, Mark? What are you gonna do, Mark?
Until the day.
What are you gonna do, Mark?
Until the day.
What you gonna do, homie?
You have no idea what I'm capable of. Until the day comes, right? Until the day comes, and this is serious though. Until the day comes that you get a phone call from your bank that says the Department of Revenue has frozen $5,000 of your account under audit, and they fucking lock you out or take $5,000 and freeze it if you even have that much in the bank.
Right.
Because I had this happen to me. You get fucked, and I'll tell you why. You guys have Pier 1 Imports up there?
Yeah.
It's a furniture store. Okay. I was doing a Pier 1 Imports, cash money, right? I invoiced them. It was like $70, right? Plus tax, right? So let's just say that's $74.70, whatever it comes to. On my invoice, it said service charge $72, right? Whatever it is. Then it said, then it has a line for sales tax. On that line, it didn't say sales tax. It just had the number there, which added up to exactly what it would be at 7% tax. Because it didn't have
that percentage
sales tax written on it. Okay. Pier 1 was under a sales tax audit. It threw a red flag, which caused my company to be audited. Okay, for the first
Wow.
5 years I was in business.
Wow.
Okay, I was running a program. I wasn't running QuickBooks that I bought online. Okay, and it wasn't very advanced. It just gave you the tax figures, but you couldn't alter the invoice. You understand? Once you put your letterhead in there, that's all that it let you do.
Right.
Okay. So what happened was, Pier 1 Imports got a sales tax audit. My invoice threw up a red flag. They took my company apart for 6 months. They froze $5,000 in my bank on a Wednesday. Guess what happens on Friday, T? Payroll.
Payroll, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do?
So does that mean you have no access to money at all?
That means anything over $5,000 is yours.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, look, if you're yourself and one employee, how much money can you have in the bank?
Right, of course.
You know,
yeah.
maybe 5,000 or 6,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now,
That's crazy, man.
Yes, and you are helpless because your bank has to do what they say. Okay.
So I mean, so what are you trying to tell people to do? I mean, I know you're trying to tell this really long story, but I mean, sometimes. Well, sometimes you get. Well, what I'm trying to tell you is sometimes you be telling us a story and then we lose the point because then we start fucking talking about something else. What are you trying to warn? What are you trying? No, what I'm trying to say is, what are you trying to warn guys from doing? You know what I mean? What mistake are you trying to make guys not make?
Okay. I'll answer that. What I'm trying to warn people about is, you don't have to use your name. You can go online, or you can call your local Department of Revenue anonymously. You don't have to give them anything.
Right.
Find out what the laws are in your area. Find out what your responsibilities are. Because, as I said, I didn't know doesn't work with these people. Okay, so what happened with me was, at the end of everything, even though I paid sales tax every month, any work that I invoiced through a cleaning company, like you own a cleaning company and I did these subcontract jobs for you, rightfully you're paying the sales tax because you're creating the invoice. My invoice goes to you. Understand?
Right.
All that money I made over 3 years of the 5 years of my company, they said I owed it in sales tax because I couldn't prove that it was subcontracted work. So what that came to was not a lot of money. Because of the amount of revenue I had, I didn't have a lot of money, and you're only going to take 6 or 7% of what I made. The problem lies when they go, okay, well, you didn't pay $42 in November of 2005, let's say, right? The $42 isn't that bad. It's when they take the 42, then they tack on a late fee of $50 plus interest. Now it'll add up, dude. For me, it added up to close to $11,000. Okay. I went to my accountant. I'm like, with what I've paid them, with what revenue I had, there's no way I would have to have done another $100,000 to pay him this much more. And he said, "You're right, but guess what? They froze your money. You don't have a choice unless we're going to forensically take this company apart and figure out where every dime went, which is going to cost you money to pay me to do it. Who do you want to pay? We can settle this for like $8,000." And walk away. So they took that $5,000 out of my account. It was gone. Okay, now I owed him 3. I paid him over 2 years. I'm just telling you, it is the worst feeling in the world. It's like you got a phone call from your mom.
So what you're saying is don't set up an LLC and don't fucking use QuickBooks.
Well, no, that was before I had QuickBooks. QuickBooks works very well, but QuickBooks keeps you honest.
Yeah.
It keeps you honest.
Right.
It does. It does. Look, I mean, there are ways around it. You could delete an invoice, right? That didn't exist. Then I got the bookkeeper calling and goes, "Well, why was this invoice deleted for him?" We never did the work. Okay, it's my word against yours. Unless you get a full-blown audit, they're going to pop you. The thing is, look, my father ran a window cleaning business that, in his mind and mine, was very successful. Why? Because he collected cash from everybody. He barely collected any sales tax, which meant this. He pulled a salary of $30,000 a year, and the rest was stolen money. So he couldn't own a $350,000 house and a Porsche because he didn't have the wherewithal to pay for it on paper, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Now, with today's electronic footprint, you ain't getting away with nothing. because they can go online and they found my bank accounts right through however they do it. And all of a sudden, like I said, I think it was Bank Atlantic calls me and says, by the way, $5,000 is no longer yours pending the end of the audit. So again, that's a lonely feeling when it comes in on a Wednesday, and on a Friday you got to make payroll. It's look, have a good accountant, have a good bookkeeper, and keep your shit as straight as you can, because it's a feeling that you never want. All these entities, workman's comp for your state, the IRS, and the Department of Revenue if you collect sales tax. You don't want any of them on your back, because it's not a quick run and get it done. It's fucking 6 months of dragged out.
Right,
dude. TJ, if an agent from whatever called you tomorrow and said, we need 5 years worth of bank statements on Clearviews, that would be a fucking problem, right? I mean, you could go to the bank.
5 years. 5 years of bank statements. Oh, I got them all right here in my.
Okay.
In my filing cabinet.
Okay. I'm just saying. It's
well, that's the only way.
When you gotta
that's the only way. That's the only way I can get my fucking taxes done, is to keep all my bank statements. They use my bank statements to see how much revenue I've generated.
How much revenue, how much taxes, how much payroll. I understand that. Okay, I'm just saying that it's
you gotta
a motherfucker.
keep that shit. Yeah, you gotta keep that shit. Because if you don't,
dude,
you're
when
fucked.
I had a work. Look, I told you the story, so I'm not going to tell you again. I had a workman's comp audit. He needed 5 years of bank statements. I got him 5 years, 4 quarters of bank statements, right? So he had 4 years and 3 bank statements. 4 years and 3 quarters. He needed that 4th quarter. He showed up at my fucking house, because I have a home office, like most of us do. They can show up. He says, I need that last quarter, and you better have it to give him. And that dragged on for, that was only 2 months. It didn't cost a dime. It didn't cost me a dime, because by this time I'd already been through the Department of Revenue, and everything that I stated as far as revenue and payroll was dead nuts. Dead nuts. They just arbitrarily audited me, but again, it was a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Doesn't your bank send you monthly fucking statements in the mail? Account statements? They don't do that?
I get it, all that.
Why didn't you keep
No, they
them?
do. Well, we didn't. What happened was, I was like 7 years into business. They wanted the first 5 years.
You're not. Yeah. After a certain amount of time, you're just doing what people
you're not
normally
going to keep them forever. So what happened was, the bank archives them, but you have,
course.
I mean, some banks charge you, but it's a motherfucker to go in the bank. Dude, if you're running a debit card, dude, don't tell me you don't go to 7-Eleven, get yourself a soda and put it on your debit card.
They're beating that shit up,
Fucking this long. Yeah. I mean, we have it pretty good now, because now Kate is running in the office, and she downloads the statement into QuickBooks, and then she's just got to go itemize it. This gets coded as meals and entertainment. This gets coded as truck repair. This gets coded as, she's got to sit there and do that. Hundreds of transactions a month.
Right.
So it's taxing. I'm just saying, try to fly right on the radar line, make yourself a living, and hope you don't get fucking popped, because they come out, even though it's small business. Window cleaning, I don't give a shit what any of these assholes on Facebook, pro window cleaning especially, say. It's small business. It's teeny tiny business. To the government, if you're not doing fucking $20 million...
Bro, I got 45 trucks on the road, bro.
Yeah. I ain't making no money, but I'm busy.
Jason Lehman wants to know when you're coming to Ohio to fix glass.
I'm still waiting on a confirmation. Obviously, at this point, it's not going to happen in September, because they haven't signed a contract, and I'm a stickler about that. Send me my third up front, and send me my fucking contract.
And it don't matter when he's coming up here anyways. You weren't fucking invited, Jason. So there's
Jason,
that.
I'm hanging with Squeegee.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to hang out with you, Jason. Fuck off, bro. Stupid ass Jason.
We had enough with Jason and Casey.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait at least another year, dude, to see you again. We seen you in KC Mo, fucking in 2018. We're good until like 2020. So
Dude,
Maybe next year.
Let me just revisit one thing. If you think about it like this, like my wife works part-time for a beer distributor that distributes beer throughout Palm Beach County. Okay, they have 140 employees. If you could imagine, I mean, can you imagine how much Social Security they're matching, how much payroll taxes they're matching? I mean, that's why they have fucking 20 people in the accounting department figuring all this shit out. The amount that they're spending just to be legitimate is more than most window cleaning companies will make in 5 fucking years. It's just, the numbers are maddening. It's like I said, when you put on an employee and start matching Social Security or matching his payroll tax, however your state does it, it's fucking expensive. You know, it's expensive when you're collecting $50 a month for someone to wash their fucking windows.
Okay.
By the time you wash the windows, pay to get there, okay, send out an invoice, pay the taxes, pay the labor, there's not a lot left. So, there's that. That's why I want out. I'm old school. Sounds like Mark's dad ran his as I do. Or me. Dude, Henry, my dad, you want to laugh? Do you guys, TJ, when you go to a storefront to clean it, now most of your restaurants are open when you're there because you do McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger Kings and shit. Do you have
I drive past them and fucking send them an invoice. Whether if I drive past and they don't look dirty, I just send them an invoice.
I work with guys like that. But
I know. You told me. So yeah, please
my dad
continue.
Used to tell me, don't make it something it's not. You know, I mean, I'll be like, okay. And I'm like, how about some nice company shirts? How about some better equipment? How about some real printed good morning tickets to put in the door if they're not open? Dude, you're going to laugh. My old man used to take cereal boxes. He had a rubber stamp. It said, good morning, your windows were clean today, see-through window service. And this is what he liked to do on his off time. He didn't have hobbies. And I've always said, get a hobby. Dude, he'd take cardboard, he'd take cereal boxes. One side it would say Cheerios, the other side it would say, good morning, your windows were clean, see-through window service. And I'm like, so before he died, I had set up my company. I was doing pretty well. I printed him up a box of 5,000 beautiful good morning tickets, card stock, had his phone number, and he was fucking pissed. He's like, I don't want him having my phone number, then they're gonna call. He goes, I don't need this shit, I like to do it my way. You know. But look, dude, that's the innocence of window cleaning. Fucking keep it that way, man. I wish I could fly under the radar, but Henry, just be careful because Big Brother is watching you, you know.
Yeah, they're watching this podcast right now. They know your fucking name. His name is Henry Dreest. And where does he live in Florida?
I don't know. Somewhere in North Florida.
He lives in North Florida. He's bald-headed. He has a bunch of weapons. He drives a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It says Squeegee Life on the sides.
My old man. Before I worked with my old man, he made his living doing $20 a month storefronts, okay? When I started working for him and we started building up into nicer accounts, car dealerships, banks, and eventually into building work and high-rise, okay, my old man, I go, hey, Dad, in order to get this job, we got to have $1 million liability insurance. Okay, I'll take care of it. He'd go in there, he'd drop $300, fill out the paperwork, and never make a fucking payment. We'd get the job, and then I'd walk back in there in 4 months to clean the place, and they'd be like, oh, fuck, we're frozen.
We are?
They'd be like, sorry, we can't let you work until the insurance notified us that...
Does it look like I'm frozen because I'm sitting here because you've put me into a trance of fucking IRS and fucking... No, I wasn't frozen.
I thought I was looking at a big green booger.
No, there's not been one freeze this whole... Yeah, the whole time you've been talking.
Well, you froze on my laptop. You froze on my laptop.
No, I was falling asleep.
Fuck you.
Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. And how good they are.
I'd never said they were good, bitch face.
Like they say, if it's brown, flush it down. If it's yellow, let it mellow. Team's named after a turd.
It's named after a turd. Floor it! Floor it! Fucking Stupid ass motherfucker, man. God damn, you're dumber than fuck.
Where's Phil? Hey, Phil, there he is.
Hey, Philip.
What's up, Phil?
Hey, Mark's betting that you're gonna blow yourself up in your van.
I lit a cigarette and blew the van apart.
And fucking Mark like bet me $20 that your fucking solar panel system's gonna blow up your truck.
I hope it's wired better than the rest of that shit in that van.
I'm waiting for the IWCA to reach out with us. Fuck the IRS. We want sponsored by the IWCA and Ettore, like Window Cleaning Magazine podcast. That's what we're looking for, right, man?
Exactly.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Hey, man, if you want to be a cool motherfucker and get chicks, join the IWCA, motherfuckers, right now. Boom. Tell me that ain't worth a sponsorship right there. That's the best fucking ad ever. Right, Mark?
It
Don't you agree?
absolutely is.
That's the best
Absolutely
fucking ad
is.
ever. You want to be a cool motherfucker? Join the IWCA, right, Mark? That's it, right?
Absolutely.
If you want Rainbow
Absolutely.
Unicorn first to shoot out your ass, join the IWCA. If you want to get blocked
And the
on
Flomies.
Facebook by a Flomy, join the IWCA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I want to know why the fuck I
I
wasn't
wish
offered
them
a
all-
free membership to the IWCA. Fuck that fucking Henry Dreest. Fuck him, dude. I think, honestly, I think that fucking Henry shouldn't have been so fucking hard-headed about that and accepted that year's worth of
should have
membership
taken that
to the
free fucking-
IWCA.
fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You
I
should
feel
have
like
taken
you
it,
fucked
man.
up. You should have did the right thing there, Henry. But Henry's old school as fuck. He's trying to keep it G.
He is.
He's trying to keep it G. He's just, he's like, listen, man, I'm Henry Dreest, and I'm not trying to join the IWCA. I just want to swing battle axes and look like fucking Shrek with a tan.
I wish I had the time. I would go up and spend a week with Henry. Not that I could build his business, but I would like to spend. I would love to help him. I don't know what I could do to help him, but I think,
They're gonna when you those plans that you have in October. That dude's gonna wait till just
Yes.
before then to you send that shit. You know that, right?
No, it's not gonna happen, dude. I don't work that way when it comes to leaving
Well,
my family and shit.
I'm gonna be quite totally honest with you, man. If it don't happen by the fucking middle of October, and you try to come or you wait until after your trip, that shit ain't going down.
Probably not. I mean, look.
The reason why I say that is because November's coming. And it's going to be nasty
Yeah.
cold up here. It ain't going to be that Florida bitch cold. It's going to be on the lake cold.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's
I'm
gonna,
sure. Look,
to be honest with you, dude, I don't think... I think that's going to be a hard set of circumstances for you to... This is what I'm getting at is this. I know I got a call for an estimate today in a plaza where that person works.
yeah.
That's not his only
Yes.
location. There's more. They like to do that. They like to use the same process everywhere. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
There's these like little streaks and everything. Like when the sun shines through, they just look all weird and stuff. And I'm like, that's because they're scratched. Like every bit of them. She's
Yeah.
like, really? I was like, every bit of it's scratched. That's what it is. Just fucking whoosh, 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 everywhere. Just fucking insanity, man. Fucking insanity, bro.
I don't know how it happens, dude. I don't understand it.
Did anybody else see Bob Bucket go live and drunk? No, I missed that, man. I missed that one.
No.
I was watching TV.
I think he's drunk most of the time.
Yeah. He's getting down with the getting it down. Yeah, man, dude, I don't know. Did anybody watch the Reach It Technique video? We were gonna roast that. I'm gonna roast it tomorrow, really good. But
Oh yeah.
it shows. You know what? I know he's watching. I know he's gonna watch this because he's obsessed with me. He wants to sniff my balls after I've worked all day in the hot sun. I can assure you of that.
Cheese.
I'm gonna put out a challenge to him. Go find a dirty fucking window. Not a pretend dirty window like you and Lee were cleaning. Oh, it's so greasy. Yeah. It's so greasy. Listen. Find me a dirty window and try that reach it technique on that dirty window. You're fucking up, down, up, down, up, down. Find me a dirty window and show me that reach it technique of yours. That's my challenge to you. Bust out your window.
You know
weapon.
what you'll have at the end?
Listen to me. Just listen to me.
Yeah, you'll have a dirty window at the end.
Just listen. Find me a fucking you can use your window weapon, whatever the fuck you want to use, Perry. Philip, quit talking. Use whatever you want. But I want you to use that same technique you're always preaching about, how your brush can go up the window and across, down the window and back up and across, and then up, down the middle. And I want you to show me how that is going to clean a dirty window. That's my challenge to you. Stop filling these rookies' heads full of fucking shit where they think because you got a rinse bar on the top and a rinse bar on the bottom that you're changing the surface tension of the glass, which is, no. I want you to show me how that brush does on dirty windows. Because I can tell you this right now. I know that you're full of shit because I've used your product for 5 or 6 years fucking straight. And I know your brushes don't do that. I know that they don't. I have a window weapon, and I know that it doesn't do that. I have a window weapon with every pad he's got, and it don't do that. I'm still out there scrubbing my fucking ass off, and they won't. And there ain't a window cleaning brush on the market that's going to do that. Not one. Not the Tucker brush, not the fucking doody-doo pad. None of that shit is going to do it in that kind of motion. It's just not going to happen. He's like, well, this is how you clean a window with a washer and a squeegee. You do the same thing with a brush. No, bitch, you don't. You don't. You don't. First of all, most guys got something in their water, like soap and ammonia or, something like that.
Yep.
And they got a mop and they get it all, they scrub it down and then they squeegee it.
Yep.
And if there's shit stuck on the glass that they can't get out with a mop, guess what they use? Some steel wool or a fucking razor blade. So in your hand, which gives you more leverage than
any fucking pole will ever give you.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So with all of that said, and I know Philip's going to get on here and start talking about how he pumps fucking gasoline through his water-fed pole. and all that fucking stupid ass shit.
I got my battery acid injection system.
But you cannot equate the movements of fucking washing a window traditionally to water-fed pole, and you think that they're going to be the same. They're not the same. It's not the same thing. No. It's not the same thing. And you want to know what really, really, really drives home, and he makes himself look stupid on a regular basis, because now, if you guys have noticed, it's getting closer to... Well, all right, Alberto, if that's his... No, I'll get to that. I'll pick that up in a minute. That goes to show that this man, he said 10 years ago he was cleaning windows for a living. That's a fucking lie. And yes. We've called him out on it for fucking a year and a half now. He won't fucking... If that's the case, where are all these dudes that you clean windows with? This is the most vain man in window cleaning. If he was out cleaning glass for a living, one of his guys that he worked with would be like, yeah, I used to clean windows with Perry. He was a shitty window cleaner, as you could see in all of his demonstrations on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And Alberto's like, unless you're doing a maintenance cleaning, and I think that's his meaning. All right, then if that's his fucking meaning, then that's what he needs to say. He needs to quit selling the bill of goods that all you need to do to clean a fucking window is up, down. He's fucking lying. Am I right, Mark? If that's
you are 100% correct.
If that's what he wants you to believe, then that's what he should say. When I show you this technique and I say it's only going to take 2 fucking pumps, then that means that you've been cleaning the windows and it's a maintenance clean. You're maintaining these windows. It's not a first time cleaning. It's not a once a year fucking cleaning. It's a fucking
quarterly.
window.
It's not even a quarterly.
Not even a quarterly.
It's not. And I'll tell you what. Let me piggyback on what you said. Okay.
Before you go, before you get going, hold on to that. I know I just released a video of me doing windows with my hydro cart. And I was going up, down on those windows and rinsing. That's only because there was fucking not even a month in between those cleanings. I just did it. Okay. And then when I came back, they wanted another cleaning. So just so everybody knows.
Yeah. That technique will work on a monthly maintenance account. Mm-hmm. That process will not work on something that goes even 4 times a year in the city with traffic. Okay. Or a house that gets cleaned twice a year. You ain't doing that. Yeah. Okay. But let me just, the whole point of what he's saying is not so much technique. It is technique, but what I'm going to say is that I could guarantee you could take that window weapon with that blue scrubby, that is badass blue scrubby, and get the same results with that same motion with a Tucker Alpha brush all day long. All day long. You're going to get the same results. You're not changing surface tension of any glass depending on how you apply the water. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know about surface tension because I polish glass. That's the way to change surface tension. There is no chemical to put in your water to make it sheet off that's not going to leave something on the fucking glass. Okay? And if you think that you're a window cleaner when you feed your family and provide a living for yourself, someone else possibly, or your family, and that's all you do. That's a window cleaner. Not a part-timer, not a real estate agent on the side, not a guy building tools that only cleans windows for the first 2 years, and now he's fucking designing tools. Bullshit. And I don't believe he cleaned windows for a living at any point in time.
I think that's bullshit. I think that's a lie. In fact, I know it's a lie.
How many times do you see an old guy? You see these
Go
videos?
back. All you got to do is go back to his channel, because all the videos are there. Watch his technique when he started busting. You'd never seen that dude with a squeegee in his hand until just like a year ago, until we started questioning him about it. And then we started shitting on his technique, and he's been practicing. That's where he's been at in Thailand, practicing window cleaning and giving ladyboys blowjobs. That's what he's been doing in Thailand.
Reach arounds.
Alberto really likes you, Mark. He says your opinion really matters to him.
Well,
apparently
that's my opinion. My opinion lines up right with TJ's. I'll tell you what. I have a Ruth Chris steakhouse. I've shown you pictures of it. Okay, that's of size. On the outside, once a month, I do all that high glass that I put the picture of. I still have to scrub the shit out of those windows with the alpha brush, with the boar's hair, and I've used the window weapon on it. Okay, and I can get the same results with either brush. But either brush, I'm scrubbing it because you know what? It sits right in front of a busy intersection with a traffic light. You know what that means? That diesel trucks sit at that intersection waiting for the light to turn green. What happens when the light turns green? They belch black smoke out the exhaust. It's also 3 miles from an airport and 4 miles from the beach. So it gets diesel, it gets jet fuel, and it gets all kind of environmental issues. You scrub the fucking piss out of those windows. You know how many times I've cleaned them, gone to do the inside, and said it didn't come out as good as I wanted it to?
Right.
Because I didn't scrub it enough. There is no up, down, even on that as a monthly account.
Yeah. Yeah, and I even find with a lot of these, like the alpha scrubber and the window weapon, if there's something on there like canna mold spore or spider shit or like fucking molting juice from fucking bugs where they sit on the window and they molt their skin, and you know what I mean? There's that fucking nasty gooey mark left on the fucking window. You're still going to have to wet that. You could scrub it, but the best thing to do is to scrub it, wash the window, scrub it, and then come back to it, and then it'll come right off. It's just, you're going to have to soak the shit, no matter what. They're just, you know, like I said, water-fed pool's cool for some shit.
Let me tell you one thing. When that window weapon first came out, he claimed without any proof that it took off cannon mold spore. Okay? I did first floor windows, which I'm traditional enough where when I'm doing first floor windows, I'm doing them by hand. This is a 4-story library at a college. I have my guys, one guy's doing the 4th floor, One guy's coming behind doing the third floor. Then the fourth floor guy starts and sets up for the second floor, and I come along and do the first floor by hand. I got to an area full of cannon mold spore. Okay, I grabbed only the top section of the Reach It Mini. So what's that? 4 foot long? A lot of leverage on 4 foot.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if it worked. I videoed it. It did not even come close to taking off the mold spore. You know what took it off? My fucking fingernail, because that's the way I knocked it off.
Yeah.
Or you put a scraper to it. It is a good. Yeah, it isn't a good idea, but it ain't taking off cannon mold spore. No way. No brush.
You didn't use the cheese grater metal?
Yeah, I had the blue one on there.
No, I'm talking about the shit that looks like chicken wire.
No.
You didn't get one of those?
That thing scares me. No, I got that. The yellow one. That's scary.
They're red.
Yeah.
It's red. Yeah. It's the red pad.
Yeah. No, I have every pad. I had the blue one with me, and I figured that blue stainless would take it off. It seemed to be very aggressive.
That's the one that seems to be the most decent.
But look, you got to remember something that basically bonded to the glass that you can knock off with your fingernail in 10 seconds. That you don't have the leverage. And what's happening, in my opinion, is whatever's on that blue pad, hypothetically, it's just moving out of the way. It's just riding over that shit, and it's not taking it off. It doesn't take it off.
Right.
And I don't think any brush ever will, to be honest with you. And I don't care. You could put a plastic scraper blade in there, which is one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard of.
Well, they say that works good for water. That's for solar panel cleaning.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
The spatula.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah. Good luck with that. Look, you can't reinvent the wheel. The wheel's going to be round no matter what. No matter what you do to it, you can make a lower profile tire. You can make a better rubber compound. You could change the color of the tire. It's still fucking round.
Well, if you watched any of his latest videos, he makes a lot of claims about he's gonna be viewed as innovation wise like Tucker was, like Tommy Tucker. He's gonna be no. He talks about innovation all the time, and a lot of his followers are like, Perry's the one that does this and Perry's the one that does that. I don't really feel like that's necessarily the case. I mean, he may take ideas and use them for his own. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he doesn't do a good job of that. He does, but as far as nothing will work. How can I say this without being too big of it? You could take fucking things and turn them into your own, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you've done any hard work there. You had none of his good ideas are his own. You know what I mean? And when he takes someone's idea and then vets it with your pocketbook, as he says, crowdsources his pocketbook and his innovations, they're not really innovations. They're just like, here's this, it ain't working, you need to do this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like with the Hydroblade, when it came out, it was the over-the-top rinse bar was a piece of tube with some shit you glued onto it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Guys are like, this thing's fucking falling apart. Believe me, if guys wouldn't have complained about that fucking thing falling apart, he'd still be using that.
Yeah. No,
he would have never fucking forked over to cash to have that injection molded. So what he did was he half-assed it until you guys paid enough money for him to pay for the injection molding like it should have been in the first place. Then he did that, and those were kind of And then once you paid for a better mold and a better design, he gave you that. That's, I guess guys are okay with that. And I'm just not. That's all. I'm just not okay with that.
I'm gonna say something that might you might not agree with, but that's fine. I honestly think, the idea of a brush that you could change the bristle is a good idea. I really do. Mm-hmm. But I think the way that it was put to market, first of all, we agree it was put too early. But aside from that, the idea is good, but it's got to be right. The bristles can't flop around. The little barbs on the T-fittings should have never been that small. They leak out of everywhere. you never should sell somebody something for $300 and then you got to tell them they got to buy glue to make it work.
Right.
Okay. I think the idea behind it was a good one. I honestly do.
I think I will agree with you with that. It's a good idea.
Okay, I think it was under-engineered, and there wasn't enough money put at it because that aluminum track is just standard. You can buy that for threshold molding. You know, it's some kind of converted over. There's nothing unique about it. Trust me when I tell you, Reach It did not have that aluminum extruded. That didn't happen because that would cost more than he's done in 10 years in revenue. Okay, so it was an idea coming up with the bristle packs. It was put to market too early. We all know the bristles were substandard. They were not DuPont bristles. Dude, I've had my Tucker brush sitting in oil flow for 2 fucking days now, which it is finally taking that glue shit off, but it's about 50% clean. But here's my point. That motherfucker took lacquer thinner, WD-40, mineral spirits, and then now been soaking in oil flow, which is a relatively
And the brush is still legit.
solvent, and the bristles are still straight. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they're good quality bristles.
I told you that oil flow would work.
It's working. It's probably going to be another day or so.
Did you put a lid on the bucket?
Oh yeah, it's sitting.
Okay.
It's sitting
Okay.
in a square tub,
Cool.
the size of the brush, and it's like submerged. And then I took it out. It didn't look like it was working. I took the hose to it, and it rinsed about 50% of it away. So I'm like, all
Well,
right, back in the bucket you go.
Now that you've explained all of that, you do know that the constructor brush is done, right? You know that, right?
I think
He's changing it to the Reach It brush now. It's now the Reach It brush, and I think he's going away from all that take it apart stuff. He's eliminating this, that, and the third. At least that's what he said in his live stream.
Well,
I record everything he does so we can make fun of it on the podcast and funny videos out of it.
Well, I will say this because
it's fucking hilarious.
Because I think the way it was marketed, and I've said this, we can find this on a podcast that was 50 podcasts ago, and I made this statement, and I still stand behind it, is I believe he created that brush. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was a good idea. I'm not going to lie. I like the idea of interchangeable bristles, as I said, but you're creating the solution to a problem that doesn't exist. Meaning this, you don't need anything more than a good old Tucker brush. You don't. You're not setting the world on fire, and no company is going to go, he's got a better brush, we're going to use him. Either the results are there or they're not. And it's not going to change between a Tucker Alpha brush and a constructor brush. Whether it has a green pad or a blue pad, it doesn't solve the problem that doesn't exist. You understand? It's a great marketing thing to the new guys that say, all of a sudden now they're like, well, I got to pay $350.
Ooh, shiny! You know what I mean? You're right.
Exactly. No. And I don't believe for a minute that brush does anything different than any other brush except for the bitch. Every one I've owned has been chintzy and it's fucking leaked out of it. Look,
that window weapon leaked straight out of the box, dude.
Yeah. But here's the thing I don't understand, and maybe it's only my brushes, and I have a bunch of those brushes. You answer this if it happens to you. Did you ever use it on a job and it worked just fine, and 2 hours later you travel to the next job, plug the motherfucker in? Okay, you never even took it off the pole. You threw it in the back of the truck. It's not laying on anything, and then you turn the water to it, and the fucking jets are spraying everywhere they're not supposed to be. How that thing changes depending on the temperature or the environment, something happens to that brush. It's just because it's built with shitty tolerances. It's the Harbor Freight of fucking brushes.
Mm-hmm. It's the Harbor Freight of manufactured brushes with the fucking snap-on price tag.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Dude,
that's my biggest bitch with the dude. Is like, dude, you're trying to sell this shit like it's the top of the line. It's not the top of the line. It's chintzy fucking Chinese fucking garbage that's manufactured like fucking shit, and you're slapping like an Apple sticker on it for an Apple fucking price tag because you think you're Steve fucking Jobs. But you ain't Steve Jobs. You're more like fucking Stefan Jobs, motherfucker. You is a whack-ass motherfucker, bro.
Well, did you notice the first thing that happened with those brushes, dude, within a month, when those went out,
Yeah.
okay, once they got them to start working, they were gluing the cannons on it this time.
Yeah.
What was the first thing that happened? The end caps were getting worn away from brick and from metal and from aluminum.
Yeah.
And then the hose was falling out. Now they didn't fix the problem, make thicker plastic. They just cut it out.
Yeah.
And now so the hose is exposed. You know? Fucking stupid.
Dude. I hate to harp on that. I really don't want to get back into all that, but it's just hard not to. It's just the more fucking like the closer we get to October, November, the more of Perry you're gonna see. Lee is going to flood your YouTubes with fucking all this reach it how it all started fucking bullshit. Listen, you can tell any kind of fucking story you want. He made what's his son's name? Harrison. He made that motherfucker cry in Kansas City. He wore that motherfucking dude out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Aired his ass out in front of everybody. That dude can make that dude can make fucking yah fucking woom whatever the fuck he wants about being the best guy ever. I can tell you for fucking sure, anybody that went to Kansas City, Missouri in 2018 for that fucking horse shit he had out there, if you are any semblance of an honest human being, you know that was a fucking shit show.
Oh,
that was a fucking shit show. The Airbnb smelled like straight up like black mold. It was honestly and dog shit. And it was honest to goodness, it's a flop house for orgies is what it was. The beds were hanging from the ceilings from garage door springs and log chains, man.
Yep. Remember that shit? Oh my god, that was a fucking nightmare. It was a
total fucking nightmare, dude. Then we get up there, the store wasn't even done. There wasn't even shit on the shelves. There weren't even shelves. No. There wasn't even pegboard. Mark and fucking Seth. Fuck Seth, by the way. We're back to fuck Seth again for not showing up tonight, fucking cocksucker. There was none of that shit was done. Joseph Henry Hardy and Mark and fucking Seth and all them fucking dudes had to help him fucking build his fucking store. They were building the store during the grand opening. Yeah, and
Casper was there the day before me. Casper put walls up.
Yeah, Casper put walls up and shelves. Indira was not fired. Indira just went to work one day and the fucking door was closed and all the shit was gone. She didn't even know she didn't have a job anymore. That's how big a
she
fucking
showed up on a
shit.
Monday to work.
And I would like Perry, if you would like to fucking say that didn't happen, I can blow you. That happened. Listen, that happened, bro. That happened, bro. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that Mark and I know that we're not saying. Just to try not just to protect the source. There's a lot of shit that we know about that cocksucker. Trust me, man. That dude's a piece of shit, dude. That dude's a fucking piece of shit, man. Fuck him.
I'll tell you this. I remember the first day when you showed up, TJ, and I said, we got to go by. You got to see what the fuck is going on here. Oh. He had the deer in the headlights look like, what the fuck is he doing here? And I'm surprised because it didn't even make it a year. I'm surprised it went longer than I figured it would. I was like, how much sense does any of this make to open a retail store for high-end, theoretically, window cleaning tools in a town that's a shithole with maybe 10 window cleaning companies in the whole fucking town, and half of those probably are residential guys and the other half don't.
It doesn't help. It doesn't fucking help that you have that, you're sending out an order, she's shipping it to fucking Perry, and then Perry's shipping it back to the U.S.
Yep. Yeah. No, Indira
this motherfucker built 2,000 gunslingers, half-assed, threw them on pallets and shipped them over here before the tariffs hit.
Yep.
That's why all your Reach It gear and all that shit you guys got was defected. All those gunslingers were half-assed built so he could beat the tariff that Trump was about to lay down on fucking China. Period, point blank, end of discussion.
Fernando, I'm going to address your question, and I wasn't there for it, but there is very reliable source that it went exactly like this. Monday, Indira showed up, Probably had. I'm sure she had the keys.
And there was some
wasn't
guy. No.
Yeah.
There was no. She showed up to work, and the dude that's now shipping his shit out was out back, loading his van up with shit. They were like emptying the store. She got there, and them motherfuckers were emptying the store. They weren't even gonna call her and tell her, man. After
I'm pretty sure
she probably didn't even get fucking paid. He probably owes her money too. It took that motherfucker 2.5 months to send Mark $1,000 worth of fucking window cleaning equipment. 2.5 months. And if I would have kept my mouth shut, Mark still wouldn't have that fucking shit. The only reason why Mark got his shit sent to him is because I said something. If I didn't climb inside of Perry's fucking ass and be like, why in the fuck has Mark not got his shit yet? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, he ordered $1,000 worth of shit. It is now like 67 fucking days, bro.
Well, what really pissed me off about it was I paid for before I left that store, everything was paid in full.
Yeah.
I didn't say send me a bill. I fucking paid for that.
He paid for it. He had the cash for over 60 days and never sent his shit, bro. And when he sent it, he still didn't send it all.
It was
Did he?
wrong.
It was
all
wrong.
Yeah,
it was all wrong.
It was wrong. Yeah.
And he'll be like, oh, well, I made it right. Dude, you made it right after your feet were held to the fire, man. And integrity is doing the right fucking thing when nobody's fucking looking. And you ain't got no fucking integrity, period. And if all of you fucking yum-yums that are listening to this later on want to get all fucking butthurt, I can't help that you're fucking supporting a fucking loser. The dude's a scumbag and needs to go find another fucking profession.
I can tell you this. Every single thing that has been mentioned about this is 100% fact.
It's accurate. Facts, son. Big facts. It might hurt your feelings, but these are big facts. I've put out so many videos showing you guys hard facts. It ain't even coming out of my mouth. All I'm giving you is my opinion on videos he put up himself. All lies. Yeah. All lies. Watch that video where he was talking all that shit on Richie Blue and the Gunslinger. Watch that video. Dude, Josh Schoaf made a comment about, man, I was like, what happened to Richie? Has anybody talked to Richie? It seems like Richie's mad. And Tim's like, well, man, I don't know, maybe something's going on with him and Perry, who knows? And then Mark's like, listen, if there's something wrong, it's about money. That's all that Josh said. 4 hours later, this motherfucker got Josh said that. 4 hours later, this motherfucker gets this big ass deposit. He's like, well, you guys must have said something on the podcast because he just decided to pay me. I was like, is that what's going on? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow. So we had, what the fuck? If you're not going to do the right thing when nobody's fucking looking, you can't be trusted, man. You can't be trusted.
Yeah.
You can't be trusted.
No.
And now he's got fucking AC Locklear and soft wash systems selling phantom poles. All they are is Reach It gear fucking rewrapped with that dude's fucking logo on them. That's the same shit.
Yeah, that relationship's not gonna last. You know it's not gonna last. As soon as people buy that shit and starts fucking giving them issues, and it just like, a lot of the WCR issues, from what I understand, were all warranty issues. He's not standing behind it.
Yeah. And you know what, dude? And it wasn't until that dude showed his true colors that I had I didn't have any idea. Yeah. I fell for
he's a
Perry,
good salesman.
Fell for Perry's fucking shit hook, line, and sinker. I'll be the first to admit that. I fell for hook, line, and sinker.
Dude, remember that time I sent you a picture? I had just bought my first Alpha brush, and I was cleaning some lamps, and I sent you a picture, and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you have that brush for? And I'm like, dude, this fucking brush is fucking badass. And you're like, fuck that brush. And I'm like, it's a fucking badass brush. I'm telling you, the fucking thing works.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't beat it.
Philip Alexander says it's sad that he said this to WCR in 2011, and they still supported him. I've never heard Philip say that before. That's a new revelation. You gotta,
Well, look.
We get it, Phil.
Again.
We get it, Phil. You're that guy. Phil's the I told you so guy. I told you so!
Yeah, wait till you fucking coughing up battery acid, then we'll talk. I told you so.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Phil, what you have to understand is the charisma. There's charisma there. There's what's believed to be integrity there. Okay, and they talk a hell of a game, and that's why it took TJ a little bit longer than me, because I was already jump shipping buying other products, but I wasn't telling nobody about it. Okay,
Well, you were telling me.
There was yes,
you were showing me.
yes, but there was a lot of behind the scenes conversation between me and TJ, and I'm like, dude, this shit ain't right. I shouldn't be paying this kind of money for this. Are you having problems with this? Yeah, I'm having problems with it. I go, so it's not me. I was like, do you ever rebuild one of these motherfuckers? Because I'm ready to throw it out the back fucking window. Okay, they don't go together like, you know,
They
all
don't
that
go
other
to- yeah.
bullshit. Fuck no, they don't go together because they never fit right. You know, but look, so,
They may now.
Phil,
They may now. I mean, he
I
may.
hope they're better. I hope they are. I hope they're better. I don't give a shit. I'll never buy another one. But my
Neither
point is
will I.
this: the charisma and the marketing and the want to see the integrity, the want to see your industry come out with better, more advanced equipment is in all of us. So you buy into it, and it's not until you spend sometimes several $1,000s or get fucked on an order or, you know, get told something that's not true that you start to realize. So that's the reason, you know, Phil, you could tell WCR all the time that in 2011 there's no integrity there. They wanted to find out for themselves. They could have, they weren't going to take anyone's word. I found out for myself. TJ found out for himself. And Richie Blue found out more than any of us did. Okay? Had he not locked up with the fucking gunslinger, his world would be different right now. There's no doubt.
No question. And to be honest with you, Philip, you know, as far as I understand, you could still get some Simpols off of WCR. So, you know, you gotta just like, you gotta get past that, man. You know what I mean? We all know it, bro. We all know it. You gotta stop. You know, you got your own race to run now, Philip. You got a good pole, good clamps, nice design. You just need to, don't even sweat it, brother. We know. You know what I mean? Am I right, Mark? You know, you got a good thing
right.
going,
You're
man.
100% right.
You know, if AC Locklear was smart, he would have went to fucking Philip Alexander and got a fucking real pole to put on his soft wash systems fucking carts. If he was a smart guy.
Well,
because them
AC
fucking
Locklear bought into that bullshit. That's all that is. But guess what, dude? I can tell you now, they ain't flying off the shelves from nobody. They ain't flying off the shelves. You know, we're gonna sell 50 in a year, if that. You know, that's a very specialized market. With what AC makes some nice equipment.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no doubt about that. It's well designed. It looks like it's.
And I'll say this.
I
I think his soft wash systems, that whole thing, that's fucking top notch, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jason Snyder,
Okay.
I mean, if you talk to Jason Snyder about it, I mean, Jason Snyder believes wholeheartedly in his delivery systems and his fucking, his chemicals. I mean, AC Locklear's got his shit together. You know, he's got a good network of people. He just shouldn't have let that rattlesnake in there. He just shouldn't have.
Well,
Shouldn't have.
Again, he got sold the bill of goods like you did and I did and Richie did and Philip Alexander did and Jason. Everybody bought into it, you know. You got
nothing against fucking Richie. I mean, I know I'm a fucking dumbass, but nothing against Richie when I say this, but it should be extremely telling for anyone in the industry when someone like Casper won't touch that. Casper deleted that fucking relationship. Casper walked away from that. He walked right across the fucking pond and said, "Can you guys sell my rubber for me at windowcleaner.com? I can't do this anymore over here. It's not working out the way it was supposed to." If he was willing to terminate that partnership within 7-8 months, that should tell the whole industry, that should tell the industry as a whole what this guy's all about.
Yep.
Because I could tell you right now, you're not going to find a fucking cooler than the other side of the fucking pillow guy than fucking Casper. Casper is a fucking businessman, and that motherfucker is straight up professional. That is a legitimate businessman, and it wasn't until Perry got a hold of his shit and shipping it that I ever had any problems getting Black Diamond rubber. I always got it on time. Soon as that dude took over, he fucking tanked it. It's just too bad. If that doesn't tell you, not only that, there is not one U.S. distributor that will fucking carry any of that dude's gear. Not one. Not
Nope.
one.
No, they're all done with it.
And if you're in a business, and he can say whatever the fuck he wants, but if you're in the business of selling shit, why would you not want everyone to be selling your shit? Do you think Nike's like, nah, just come to my website? Nah, Nike's like, we want these motherfuckers in every store in the world. We want every opportunity for someone to pick one of these up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
I mean, that should tell, that again, fuck you and your, dude, I can't wait, dude, I can't, hey, wait till you see what I do. Oh, man, it's going to be good. Tirade Tuesday is going to be good tomorrow, I promise.
Well, from what I understand, Casper's been making rubber for many, many years. Mm-hmm. Some of his relationships got strained because guys that are buying a pallet of rubber a year or a month or sells a lot of rubber were like, I didn't get my order, Casper. Where's my shit? And all those orders went to shit. So that was the beginning of Casper going, well, wait a minute. If I'm going to make you the sole distributor, you can't do this to my customers that I've had for 10 years.
Casper got pissed off at me, man. Casper was really fucking mad at me. I feel like I can say this now. When all in the middle of all this, in the heat of the fucking action, and I started bitching about Perry and Black Diamond, and I covered up my Black Diamond sticker on my podcast so nobody could see it. We dropped the ad and all that shit. We dropped it off the Outlaw Window Cleaner website. Casper's like, yo, we need to talk. I'm Skyping you like in the next 30 minutes, you know what I mean? He's like, we need to talk. So we talked to, he was mad at me, man. Yeah. Like, why are you, he goes, I'm not involved in none of this shit. Why are you dragging my company into this? I'm like, listen, man, dude, I've been waiting on 3 dozen of rubber, just 3 dozen of rubber for fucking like almost a month, dude. And he's like, what? I said, a month, my man. 3 dozen of rubber from Kansas City, Missouri. I've been waiting fucking a month. And Perry blamed that shit on Indira. It was her fault.
Yeah. Oh, she was a scapegoat. She had the goat suit on. Mm-hmm. She was the biggest scapegoat.
He blamed everything on her. All of his shipping woes. Then he's like, oh, well, we got Indira doing the second water test on those gunslingers. And a guy would be like, yo, my gunslinger's like, oh, well, Indira didn't. She must have missed one. Yeah. That's what it was. She didn't fucking squirt.
None of those were tested.
The caulk gun didn't reach all the way to the bottom of that gunslinger when she was fucking caulking it. Get the fuck out of here, man. That dude is such a jackass, man. Like, well, we got to Scotch guard these and we got to waterproof the inside. Listen, man. I still have my fucking original fucking gunslinger. I'm still fucking using it. The prototype, the one that fucking Richie built for the schematical drawings for the actual production model of the gunslinger. There's no difference. Perry tries to be like, no, that's a tip jar. No, bitch, it's a gunslinger. Because it's got the it's got the hammer loop on it that I suggested.
Yep. Yeah.
That motherfucker has never leaked. Not one fucking time. I'm still using it. It's almost 2.5 years now.
I'm using the one.
Give me a fucking break, man.
Richie said,
miss me with that shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Miss me
no,
with
you're right.
that shit. Just garbage
Richie
all
sent
around.
Richie sent me a prototype that if it rains and I leave it in the back of the truck, that motherfucker will have water on it Monday morning sitting for the weekend. No ifs, ands, or not a stitching has moved on it.
Yep.
I did that construction cleaning. I posted a picture walking on that scaffold. Dude, when I left there, my gunslinger looked like a bomb went off next to it. It was white. It had sawdust on it. It had drywall dust on it. I wanted to throw it out. I'm like, this thing. I took the hose to it, rinsed it out, then cleaned up like brand new. Never missed a beat. Never spilled a drop.
I sent my test model, gunslinger, my original one that Richie made me. I sent it to him at the 1 year mark. And he made a modification for it. That's why you guys don't see it on video anymore, because there's a modification made to it. But which I'm gonna send it back to him because I want it unmodified so I can put it back in videos again. I'm tired of cropping shit. But when he sent it back to me, it looked fucking brand new. he just, he took the time. He actually took the time to wash it. You know what I mean, and scrub it, and it looked brand fucking new. It looked like, and I'd use, I clean windows, man. I clean windows every day. Anybody that talks to me on a daily basis, like Mark or Luke the window cleaner, or any, what I mean, like Richie, they know that I'm out cleaning windows. You know what I'm saying? I get up every morning, I go clean glass. That's what I do. That fucker gets used quite a bit, man. And the bottom's not worn off of it. The fucking binding's not falling apart. You know what I mean? It's not misshapen. You know what I mean? It's just, it just, he fucked up. He did not make what Richie fucking intended him to make, unfortunately, for everyone. And there's guys out there like, oh, mine doesn't have any problems. Well, you probably clean like 3 windows a year. But,
Well, what happened was the first thing he did was buy the cheapest materials that were available to him.
Yeah.
And let's be real. I mean, the benefit of the doubt goes to, you're not getting ballistic grade nylon that's military spec over there. So instead of bringing it in or figuring out something that was comparable, they bought the cheapest shit they could.
Yeah.
So they could build the things for $15. They could tell you 4 hours all day long.
Yep.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah.
There's not one of those gunslingers that took more than 20 minutes to stitch together once the parts are cut out. I don't give a fuck what anybody said. Okay, you could tell me about a punch press or they need a clicker press. Fuck you, Richie, with your clicker press. Okay? All that's bullshit. All right? 4 fucking hours. My ass. That fucking thing didn't last a half hour before it started leaking.
I think there was just too many concessions made, and I think that's the problem with his products. There's just a lot of concessions made, like, we'll get it on the next time. You know what I mean? We'll get it on the next go round. Unfortunately, guys that are interested in having a gunslinger are probably traditional window cleaners for the most part. And they're a fickle bunch, and they're cheap. And when they spend $100, they expect it to be like a plastic Boab and have no fucking problems. And it's not like the water-fed pole crowd where you can fucking send a guy a brush and he can glue it together and it'll still squirt water out of it. You know what I mean? If it breaks, I'll just throw some rubber cement on there and it's good to go. You know what I mean? You can't do that with that fucking gunslinger. You can't do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And traditional guys are like, wait a minute, man, what the fuck you selling me here, bro? You know what I mean? And that was the problem. Dude, I took mine out of the box, took it fucking, used it on maybe 10 minutes. My whole fucking pant leg was fucking wet in this McDonald's. Dude, Richie knows it. I called him. I called Richie. I was like, dude, this thing is a fucking pile of fucking shit, bro. Send me back my fucking test model or we're going to have a fucking problem. You know what I mean? He's like, what? I was like, I need my shit back. I need my shit back, bro.
Well, see, let's back up the truck for a minute. Here's where it went wrong. I know Richie sent him videos. I know Richie sent him the templates or whatever to cut the pieces out. Okay. Perry sourced the materials. The problem was that when Perry built the first 10, he didn't send to Richie and say, try this out. This is how we're going to do it. See if this meets your standard. He took pre-orders. He took people's money. And he started sending these pieces of shit out, and they failed. They failed. I would be willing to bet you that a year and a half ago, none of those gunslingers that were sold a year and a half ago are still being used today. Yeah. No way. No way.
Well, I can tell you this. I agree with you. I feel like when he made the first 10... the first thing he should have done is every guy that tested the fucking prototype should have gotten one of those first 10. Yep. It wasn't going to break the fucking bank.
And everybody... It wasn't going to... And everybody that was... Look, everybody that tested the prototype, just like you mentioned, I guess Jason had one. Steve-O, all those guys were on good terms with Reach It, so there's no reason why any of them should not have got one.
And
they all should have got
every guy that had a test model were all of us guys that tested them were all the first ones to be like, yo, this thing's fucking a piece of shit. Steve O bought like 10 in a year. They were falling apart that much. You know what I mean? Because that dude's out cleaning glass too.
Still using any of them.
Oh no, he's no. I think
Yeah.
he's using that silent. He bought a Zero silencer. I'm sure that's what he's using now. So
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
not to harp on it, but it's just he's getting cockier the closer it gets to Black Friday, so he can make all kinds of money to float him through till next year. So he's gonna get on fucking. I mean, Lee coming out there. This is all a fucking planned a plan of attack. You guys are gonna get ads. He's gonna be doing all these sales. He's gonna do you guys like he did me. He's gonna do an end of the season sale. You're gonna buy a bunch of shit off of him, and then like a fucking 30 days. To 60 days later, he's going to come out with a brand new version. Everything's new and improved, and you're stuck with last year's hunk of shit model. That's the way he does shit every fucking year. Every fucking year. He does the same thing.
Well,
He'll sell you all his old shit and then fucking come out with new shit a month later. You know what I mean? He's just a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, that guy.
Well, my personal opinion, because I'm no Nostradamus, but I'm thinking this year's Black Friday is not going to be what it was the year before or the year before. That's just me. I don't think the market's there for it anymore. I think they're done.
You notice that you notice he don't talk about fucking the gunslinger at all anymore. You see that? That motherfucker was talking about that shit. He couldn't stop talking about it. And now he don't even say nothing about it anymore. It's like it don't even exist unless he wants to put a brush in it.
Yeah, dude, did you see that video? He's walking around some high-tech cleaning show in Korea.
Yeah,
and you see these robotic floor machines that can drive themselves around and not go down a flight of steps on their own, like a Roomba. But really clean a floor. Yeah. And that motherfucker's walking around with a brush holder.
Strapped to his belt.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. I just don't understand the need. Because if you want to change your brush midway through a fucking job, you gotta lower the you gotta take, and especially Perry's poles, you gotta take the motherfucker apart to get to the fucking top of the motherfucker. You might as well walk to your if you go lower the pole all the way down to the ground to change the fucking brush, you might as well just walk over to your fucking truck and grab the other brush. You don't need to buy a special holder to have it on your waist like a straight fucking jackass. You're going to be walking around cleaning with like, you got a brush on your hip there, huh, cowboy? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Yo, the first dude, hey, listen, the first dude I see on YouTube was one of those fucking things with his brush in it. That's it. I'm roasting you.
Done.
I'm unsubscribing. I'm done. The first dude, listen, if he sells more than 3 of those, I'm going to be surprised, dude. And I'm talking about actually sailing them.
TJ, in 15 or 20 years you've been cleaning windows, how many times have you had to change your brush halfway through a job? I never have. Never.
Never.
I look at the job, I go, this is the brush I'm using, and I go, yeah. Never.
It's never happened. Like, this window right here, I got to change my brush for. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? What about faster, better, safer, or whatever the fuck? That's not fast. That's not fast. That's like, I really need some money. Buy this thing so you can buy a gunslinger brush holder. What the fuck, dude? That's as bad as that fucking shit with the kickstand on it. Dude, he was clinging to that shit like the old rugged cross. The fucking kickstander. I ought to pull that video up and play it right now, man. The kickstander.
Yeah, you need to play that, motherfucker.
The fucking kickstand. And dude, it was, dude, I was so deep in his head that he stopped calling it, he started calling it a kickstand himself.
Yeah, I know, because you coined the term kickstand, and then...
And this motherfucker went from calling it one thing to another thing, dude. He's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. Well, even though there's a 12-hour delay between here and China, that motherfucker showed up 6 hours later with the kickstand.
Yeah, like Richie said, what about the fucking channel holder where you carry every size, like 14 different... listen, in all the years I've been cleaning windows, I've never gotten to a job like, you know what? I need to have like 12 channels on me, man. I need the big channel holder. I need to have all my channels right here so I can change out. Listen, I get to the job, I look at it, I'm like, I'm going to need this channel and this channel.
In the bucket it goes in. Off you go to work.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I never carry more than 2 squeegees on me ever.
Yeah, and have you ever brought? I don't remember. It might be a handful of times where I had a channel that I didn't have a handle on that I tossed in the bucket just for one area that might have a different size. I could probably count that on less than one hand how many times I've done that. So if you think I'm walking around with 48 channels, that's the most retarded.
Like I said, guys. It doesn't take much to figure this fucking shit out. You don't need to be. It's not. They're not brain busters here, guys. It's like, yo, bro. I need to have 14 different kinds of channels on me. I need an extra watery Fred pole brush on my side, on my hip there. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Fucking Jesus. I'm so disappointed in fucking caustic soda, aka bleach. I used to be a big fan of bleach, and it just fucking... Now I'm not a fan of bleach anymore. Did you hear that, Mark?
What, for soft washing?
No, did you hear that?
Yeah, that was good.
Did you hear it? That was a good one, right?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I tell you, man. I tell you, dude. Where you going, Mark? What are you about to do? What are you pulling up? What are you about to pull up, man? Fucking Seth pisses me off. Seth's a fucking... Yeah. Those are some fucking snappers, boy. Those are some fucking snappers, my dude. Some motherfucking snappers, bro. I'm so disappointed in fucking Seth, man.
I don't know. What's up with that?
I'm super disappointed. You. Yeah, man. Hey, dude, turn that off, man. We can't let nobody hear that, dude. That's our secret plan, bro.
It's off.
Yeah, I usually usually carry a 22 and like a 12-inch 0 degree with an Unger S Plus channel, 12 inches on a 0 degree handle, and a 22 on commercial work. That's usually what I use.
Yeah.
24-inch Sobo and a ledger, even on low shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, man, that was the podcast. Sorry, guys. It started out it started out shitty. We started out late. Fucking Seth fucking stood us up again. He's turning into a regular old Tim Huber.
That's all right. I laughed. You laughed. We both laughed.
Yeah.
We learned about taxes. We learned about constructor brush. It's all good. And
we learned that, again, that Perry, the Browns are not doing good. But yeah, dude, I mean, we learned about Perry being still a shitbag, the constructor brush, taxes. We learned about how Seth is not reliable and he's a fucking cocksmoker, and we're gonna kick him in his mangina when next time we see him. No Bigfoot moment from Richie Blue. He's fucking slagging his fucking usual. And, we'll be back probably Sunday, I think, maybe. Sunday, probably. If not, we'll let you guys know.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. But thank you guys. If you want to, go to www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life. Donations from $1 to $20. Whatever you guys want to do, we really appreciate it. Helps us do the show. Don't forget to go to iTunes. Look for the Squeegee Life. Leave us a review. We really appreciate that. And like and subscribe, man, to our channel, right, Mark? This is our channel, and we would like it if you guys would subscribe to it. It'd be great. So don't forget to like this video and share it around, and go fuck your uncle.
Peace.
Right, Mark? Peace.
Yeah, man.